President of the Yankees, Randy Levine, who joins us now. And Randy, it's so easy to say that Yogi was one of a kind, but it really is true. I can't think of anybody else that walks through the gates at Yankee Stadium or into the clubhouse and has that unique personality and spirit that Yogi Berra had.
No, there really was nobody like him. And we've all met a lot of people in our life. The thing about Yogi that always was so remarkable to me is he was so pure. There was not a negative bone in his body. In all my years of knowing him, 30 years, there was never a time I heard him say anything negative or bad about anybody. He was the unbelievable optimist, and no matter how you felt, just being around him, you felt better being around him. He was one of those people who just was remarkable. He just made everybody and everything better.
It's obviously a wonderful skill to have, and throughout the day, a lot of the people we've spoken to, Randy, they've talked about their favorite Yogi Berra story or their favorite anecdote. When you sit down today and you think about Yogi, do you have one favorite story that leaps to mind?
There are so many, stories, and everybody knows Yogi for the public image, the caricature of him. But what I remember Yogi about is his always willingness to do anything, whether it was going to a hospital to visit a sick kid, a really sick kid, if it was need be, or take a phone call, that was important to this organization. He would never hesitate. He would do it all the time. And, Yogi was really smart. He was very, very smart. It didn't take long for him to size up any situation. So that's the times, I remember Yogi. We all loved the public Yogi and everything, the great philosophy comments, and obviously he was one of the greatest Yankees who ever played. But what I remember the most about Yogi was Yogi off camera, offline, just living his life, doing what had to be done. I've been a member of the museum board for many, many years, and the time he would spend with the children and people in that museum, just talking about himself, talking about baseball, talking about life was really incredible. And that's really what I remember.
Yeah, Randy, that's a great point. Just to expound on that a little further, I know that the Yankees have been so great in the community. The Hope Week is such a huge success. I know you were instrumental in the Yankee Universe T-shirts that the proceeds go to Sloan Kettering, a great cancer institute on the Upper East Side, and of course Yogi in the museum and your experience there. And tell us a little more about how much that really meant to Yogi. I know from the times I've visited the museum of how proud he was of that, and his legacy will be forever remembered. But with your involvement in Yogi, tell us a little bit about how much that really did mean to Yogi.
It was everything. I mean, obviously today we also remember Carm. Yogi and Carm, as you guys know, they were inseparable. They were the team, and they came up with this idea years ago of a museum and a learning center. And basically, for the last 20 years, they put everything into this. This is what Yogi talked about. David, you and I, and Bob, and Jack, we all played in the golf tournament that raised funds for it. And Yogi was there all the time. I mean, he was there all the time. And he was the best exhibit for the Yogi Berra Museum. It was a living exhibit. And that's going to go on because Yogi, has such a legacy and has so many great friends that his spirit will live on in that.
Yeah, Randy, the museum is a great tribute to him and will stand as a testament to his legacy as well. We want to thank you for joining us on the program. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.